In this video, we're going to be talking about the top grant cities and where you can get the most money. We're also going to be talking about a new $12,000 grant. Let's get started. Hey everyone, I'm Rinde from AskRinde, and welcome to the #1 community for real estate, income, and credit. So if you'd like to know more about these grant cities with the most money and this new $12,000 grant with no strings attached, make sure you watch the video to the end and leave a comment below if you need help with anything. Over the past 4 years, as we've tracked, we've seen an increase and an uptick in charitable giving, with some of those years seeing over $200 billion in charitable giving alone. Now, the key thing to note here is that majority of that giving came from individuals. Individuals accounted for over 70% of all charitable giving over the span of time that we've tracked. Now, historically, individuals actually account for over 2/3 of all donations. That's a key point to make. So as I've shared here many times on my channel, that grants flow through two streams, government and also private. So the private sector accounts for over 80% of all giving. And the private sector includes individuals, bequest giving, foundations, and also corporations. There are so many grants available in the private sector, but sadly, many grants go unclaimed because people just don't know that they exist. So a few years ago, we started to track the flow of the grants to be able to find out what cities these grants were in, and also what the amounts of these grants were, and what the criteria was to be able to obtain these grants. And what we discovered were that there's some cities that actually have more grants than others. So in this video, I'd like to share with you 5 cities that actually have more grants available, and hopefully this is something that you can actually obtain if you live in those cities, and why they make our list of some of the top grant cities in America. So in order to locate these cities, we actually followed the flow of grants. Grants that actually include everything from rental assistance, to mortgage assistance, to utilities assistance, to actual personal financial assistance, and so on and so forth. We follow the flow of the grants and where they're coming from and where they're going. One of the key tools that we use is the AskRinde grant map, which you can actually get by going to my website, AskRinde.com, clicking on the resource area and downloading it for free. And one of the keys to finding the cities with the most grants is finding cities with the most grant writers. And to do that, we use a website called burningglass.com. And they have a Burning Glass jobs database, and they list the cities with the highest paid salaries for grant writers. #1 on the list of top grant cities would be Ann Arbor, Michigan. So Ann Arbor, Michigan has a median grant writer salary of $64,000 annually. Their biggest employers are University of Michigan, Mercy Medical Center, and also Trinity Health. They also have many nonprofits that need funding and are looking for access to those private grants. #2, New Haven, Connecticut. So New Haven, Connecticut has a median grant writer salary of $59,000 annually. Their biggest employers are Yale University, Muscular Dystrophy Association, and also Planned Parenthood. They too have many nonprofits that are seeking to actually get private grant funds to be able to shore up their organizations and take advantage of private grant funds. Now, it's important to note that New Haven, Connecticut specifically is really good for grant writers because grant writers actually make more than the median salary within that town. #3, Seattle, Washington. So Seattle, Washington has a median grant writer salary of $60,000. Their biggest employers are University of Washington, the City of Seattle, and also Kaiser Permanente. They also have very large nonprofits, including Teen 6 and many others. And as we know, Seattle is one of the nation's fastest growing tech hubs. So there are many grants available for not only the private sector, but also companies and small businesses that are looking to be able to get infusion to grow their business. #4, Salinas, California. So Salinas has a median grant writer salary of $64,000. And their biggest employers are California State University, AmeriCorps, and Monterey Peninsula College. They also have many nonprofits that are looking to get private grant funds. And finally, #5, Los Angeles, California. So Los Angeles has a median grant writer salary of $63,000. And the biggest employers are the Red Cross, Cedars-Sinai, UCLA, and also independent nonprofits. Los Angeles is probably one of the largest hubs for grant writers just based on the fact that their largest employers, such as the Red Cross, Cedars-Sinai, and also UCLA. So if you'd like to know what other cities may be on the list, maybe your city may be on the list, make sure you go to our website, AskRinde.com, click on grants, and go to our resource area and get our grants map today. So there's a new $12,000 grant, and Newark's Mayor Ras Baraka recently just announced a new pilot program called the Guaranteed Income Program. So it's actually starting out as a bold social experiment where they're going to be starting out with 30 residents within the city, and they're going to be ramping up to hundreds of people that they're going to be giving them guaranteed income on a bi-weekly basis for the next 2 years. They're going to be giving them $6,000 annually and basically just giving it to them to be able to help shore them up. These are specifically for people who are going through tough times and are living below the poverty level. So to qualify, there are 3 qualifications. You must be 18 years of age or older. You must be a Newark resident. And you also must have an income level that's 200% below the poverty level. So this grant program is meant to be a great step forward for those city residents who are not getting enough help with just the social services that they're getting. This is meant to basically help give them a little bit more extra income to be able to move forward and perhaps get things on track with their housing, get things on track with their foster care, or basically get back into housing if they've been formerly incarcerated, etc. Giving them a new chance, people who otherwise would not have the ability or have anywhere to turn to. This is a great grant program to be able to help them. So they've been reaching out to people virtually, and many people have actually been fielded. Like I shared, it's going to be a wide range of individuals that will be chosen to be a part of this program and to be able to receive the grant. But if you're interested or know someone that may be interested in participating, you can simply contact the program manager for Newark Movement for Economic Equity, Hawa Muhammad, at 862-235-0859, or her email, which I actually put right here, is hawa@newarkequity.org. So I hope this is some helpful information. We're going to be sharing much more on grants here and giving you more details within our resource area on grants that are becoming available on the state and local level as the $350 billion gets dispersed to the states, and also more private funds are coming up on a daily basis. There are so many people that are giving, and it's really good to see what's happening in the private sector, and you definitely want to take advantage of it, and you want to know how to find that. So make sure you take advantage of our resource area and go to our website at AskRinde.com, click on grants, and go into our resource area and get started today. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.